Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you will have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because you got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you don't want it badder than you want to party, you don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success. You don't want it badder than... I don't know how many of y'all got asthma in here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. I'm not eating like I eat at home. That's why you're about to go to the next level. Because if you keep eating like you ate at home, you'll keep being a boy or a girl. It's time to become man, woman.
Hey, hot facts with Robert Reese, man. This your boy Dash Bandicoot tapping in with you, brother. Hey, shit, I'm right here on a break in my dash right now, getting busy, but I figured I'd tap in before I eat some grub real quick. But yo, man, I like your channel, like what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we share some of the same ideas as far as like how to navigate this gig market. So just tapping in, showing love, man. I seen your comment. Finally got a chance to hit you, bro. Whenever you get a chance back, man, just holler, man, for sure, man. Love, bro. Be safe.
All gravy, baby.
On Hot Facts for the very first time. What do you think about it?
Yeah, honestly, you've kind of inspired me to get the, what's it called? StreamYard? Yeah. This whole production you're running right now is pretty fucking legit. All that, the intro and all that cool stuff. Yeah, I was saying, I'm going to have to get one of these intros done for you. The Hot Facts with Robert Reese, and then I'm going to jump off a 50-foot cliff and do like a double backflip.
Perfect that you said that, man. This is your lane. You made this. This is your baby. And you're going to see it through, you know. That's great. When Dash Bandicoot told me about you, and I'm like, I've never heard of this man before. But if you're, he was like, he basically told me he would follow you to war if there was a war. I'm like, I gotta check him out. You know. And that's how I started watching your channel.
This guy, he brings the energy. He's got the best intro in all of YouTube, mate. You've got other people saying his name, and there's a reason for that. And he can get subscribers from anyone. With his great personality, man. The Hot Facts is exactly that, man.
Hot Facts.
KG Sports, and you're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
You're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese. What's up, guys? You're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Take care.
This is Isaac Anderson, and you're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
What's up, guys? I'm Sean Barumi. This is my boy Marcus, and we love watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
You're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
Hello, everyone. Welcome today. This is Hot Facts with Robert Reese live, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. through 3 p.m. People, we go 1 hour, but it could go a little longer if it gets a little hotter. Now, we all do see the title and the subject of today's show. Okay, so this is going to be a good one here. Before we get into that, I hope everyone had a very, very great weekend. Everyone that's doing some driving, everyone that's doing work on the road, everyone that's pretty much doing everything. I hope you guys had a pretty good weekend. The weather is getting hot all over the place, so stay hydrated and all of that other great stuff. Happy birthday to all who have a birthday today. But I'm going to dive right on into this one here, people. So the topic of today's show came from a video that I put up. Well, actually, it did not come from the actual video. It actually came from my daughter. So me and my daughter and my wife were upstairs, and my daughter was telling my wife what happened that she had told me. And then out of nowhere, she just comes out and just says that. And we were like, whoa. Where'd that come from? But at the same time, she started asking us questions. She was asking me, she said, Dad, what kind of black skin are you? She was asking me those questions. And then she was looking at her own skin, and she said, so what is mommy? Because my wife is Peruvian, Italian, and Mexican. So we have to go through all of that stuff with these questions that she's having. And I kind of put it all together. Because she started asking these questions first before the coming upstairs and crying. So it had to be happening before. And she started coming upstairs crying. And then, I'll talk to her, I'll talk to the kids, or, if whatever it is, and then boom, but it just kept happening. And then, I had enough. And when I had enough, I told her, don't come back up here crying. You tell them that they're ugly back. And when she did it, wasn't an altercation. I guess they wanted an altercation because they sent the little kid up to my house and knocked on the door. And when I opened the door, the parents were down there, and the kid said, is Ava's mom home? So I said, I'm Ava's dad. What's going on? And then that's when they went into the bullying thing, and I had to explain, what her actions were. So we got over that. But at the same time, when I posted the video, I posted it just because I was like, that should not be going on. And that's just how I felt. I was just putting it out there. That's how I felt. And someone else out there may feel like that. I didn't think it was going to catch like this, to where, it's, there's mixed kids. There's kids that are darker in their own race and lighter in their own race. And a lot of people started chiming in. And there's so many comments that are going on, and some people are talking to each other in the comments. And when you sit and look at some of the things, it's like, man, and so many people have been coming out saying, that reminds me of when I was like 8 years old. That reminds me when I was a little girl. You have guys coming in there on the other side, as being darker skinned, on how they were being treated. And it opened my eyes a little more, even though they were already open. But it's just like, man, that is crazy. But then you have to think back on, where it started from. And that's why I want to know, is it learned? Is it taught? Can it be changed? Is it going on in the households? And what I mean in the households, it could not, it can be something that's not direct, as just, your comfortable speech when you were enclosed in your own home and you just speak freely. Speaking freely, people will listen to that and catch in and pick up on it. So, it does happen and go on inside the household. But we got to know, can it be changed? Is it a really instinctive learn? Like, this is what we do. This is what we preach. Is it something like that? I don't know. But when the kids are like, 6, 7, 8 years old, and they're out there playing like that, it's kind of ridiculous. There's a lot of comments on the page that say, what's going on at the schools. And these are some remarks right here that, I didn't think about at first, but, when you put something out there, you're going to hear something from everyone out there. And people are talking about the schools. Where are the teachers? Because if they're doing it here when they're just playing, freely, I'm pretty sure you got your groups of kids. You know how you pack together and hang together. I'm pretty sure it's happening at school. So for the ones that have mentioned school and where are the teachers, I applaud you for that statement there, because I do feel the school system is not the way it used to be. It used to be where the teachers were pretty much like your parents, and they were out there helping, teaching. The teachers were helping. They were an extension of the home. Nowadays, it's not like that. You get a lot of teachers who are mad about their pay and how they treat the teachers and things like that. So some teachers actually may not want to do that part of the whole game. What's up, DoorDash Revolution? Now, people, you guys see it there. This is an open link. Okay. This is an open link. Okay, let me go ahead and put that there for you. Okay, racial separation comes in all races. Where does it come from? And is it made up, seen, or is it taught? Now, this is an open link. There's so many comments that I cannot read all of those comments. There's a lot of great comments that people have put in there. This is an open link on this discussion. So you see the link is pinned there. If you would like to speak on the matter here, you just click that link. Okay, you click that link, and then I'll see you hop in on the queue here, and then I'll be able to bring you on screen. If you want to chime in, you have a personal story, you can go ahead and chime in just like that. Now this matter here, the video has done what it did, and I'm getting replies from all over the place. Now there's mixed kids all over the world, And if you saw in the video that I had up there, I went out and got people that were different shades, and you saw who they were mixed with their parents. And then there were some people that I put up there, like in my wife's category. When my wife goes out, okay, so she's fair skinned, her Italian side, Peruvian and Mexican, but she's fair skinned. So when she goes out, she gets bad treatment because a lot of the Hispanic people think she's white until she speaks Spanish, and then they say, oh, but her skin is fair. I see her go through that all the time. She goes through it. And then, certain places when I go in with her, when they know that she's Hispanic, like they give her the eyes because of me. But now, see, people, now this is what we're talking about, the kids. We're talking about the kids. We have kids, and our kids are yellow, okay? Light-skinned kids. Now, in my family, I'll go ahead and let you know this. On my mom's side, we're pretty darker, okay? But on my dad's side, okay, we have light skin. And if you guys are around the Los Angeles area, you know a place where it's called Dogtown, and you would know the history of Dogtown. Now, that is a Hispanic area there, and I have relatives and cousins that live right there. They grew up in Dogtown. And my cousins there are high yellow. You can tell we're cousins because we look just the same. Our skin is just get different. Now, going around there is not the safest thing to do, but because they know exactly who I am. You Pee-wee people? Yes. So I got a pass. I can go ahead and go up in there. You know what I mean? But it even breaks down like that. But we have the high yellow on my dad's side. Mixed, it's all up in there. Okay, we have that. I have been seeing it my whole life, from my cousins to us growing up. Now we shoot on each other, just throwing random jokes out, dark and stuff like that. But like, how can I explain this? We're not really going at each other like that, like, because we're comfortable. There are people that are not comfortable because they are getting attacked. Now, I've gotten a lot of comments on this saying from people that are not African American, people that are not Puerto Rican, people that are not, that are not mixed. They're asking, where did it come from? And I will tell you this: it's been going on worldwide since the history of mankind. There's been civilizations that have been taken over and enslaved. It's been going on. but primarily it goes with the more bronze or more compromised skin tone. That's what normally happens. So I'm not going to go back all the way that far. I'm going to go back until we came off of the ship. Okay, once we came off of the ship. When we came off of the ship, you guys saw Roots. Whoever has never seen the movie Roots, I'm not going to go fully in detail. You know the history of Black people. Juneteenth is coming, people. So people, you need to be listening to this. Juneteenth is coming up. We got people that will say they don't know if they belong. Well, I'm going to let you know that you do belong, okay? You do belong, okay? There's a lot of people that belong. So I'm not going to go into the whole story like that. We all know we came over slaves and whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. So when you get to the plantations, right, there were no mixed people, right? We all came over on our shades, right? And then all of a sudden, there were just mixed people. We can all put 1 and 2 together to figure out how mixed people start coming in, all right? Now, there is a movie. If you guys have seen Roots, there is a movie that we grow up on when you're Black. And if your parents are really promoting and keeping you in touch with your culture, there is a movie that we watch by Alex Haley also, and it's called Queen, okay? The movie Queen, okay? Queen comes from, and Jasmine Guy is the actress in there who is yellow, okay? A Different World, all that. She's yellow. She starred in that, okay? Now, how this happened was, we have a slave master, okay? And he went and mixed. That happened, people who mixed. Now, the story of Queen is this. It's watching someone who was mixed from the slave ship and everything grow up light-skinned in that time. Now, her mother was yellow, kind of. Okay, well, was she yellow? She was enough, all right? But Queen comes out looking like a white kid. She was able to pass as a white kid, and that's how she was able to get better things growing up, okay? She was able to walk in town, and they had to keep that a secret. But it was so hard. But people found out, we have features, our nose, how we're naturally built and things. There were things some people were finding out. So it shows how that was. But then it shows how you got treated from the dark slaves. And then you had there's only like a 0.5% of people who were light skinned at that time. They got to deal with the dark people going at them. Okay. Now there were privileges when you were mixed like that. When the slave master went and mixed, there were privileges for the kids who came out being able to pass. There were privileges. Some of those families right now have those last names, and they're very successful because they were able to pass and they were able to keep that secret all the way until now. Okay, we have that going on now. So we have people like that, who really kept it a secret. But then we got people who know their family history, who knows it was kept a secret, but they still will act in a way to where it's prejudging and racial. It came from way back then, people. And as time progressed, it just went on. As more and more mixed start coming, we start having the Uncle Toms and the house slave and all of this other stuff started coming up. All this other stuff started coming up. But now you have kids who are growing up, especially during the segregation time. You have kids growing up in a very, very, very hard time. Where I'm 40 years old, I'm 39 years old. I'll be 40 June 26. Now, there's a lot of comments coming from people who are older than I am, which lets me know during all of the segregation times, all of the cold stuff that they were getting from our own. Now, it was put in. It's put in, institutionalized, put in. But at the same time, it's something that you really can't say. You can't do anything. Most of those women were raped. And their kids came out light-skinned. So they did not plan for any of that. Some rode with it all the way. And that's why I said, is it something that can be taught? Is it learned? And is it in the household? That's how it's in the households from generations. Now, myself, I have a lot of light-skinned friends. And it went through a time to where it seemed like all the dark brothers was in. It was like a dark brother fad. And then it was like a light-skinned fad came in, and then it was like light-skinned people, and people were like, oh, the light-skinned people are back. Light-skinned jokes, light-skinned coming back. All the elder bars and all those jokes start coming on out. And, you know, and then it went to where like the actor Tyson came out and Tyrese, they start bringing the dark people out, and they start, you know, all of the photography around the world starts showing more darkness. And then it went in like, you know, like it goes in these things. But as time changes like that, kids aren't looking at things how adults are looking at things. If a kid sees their parent get into it with someone and then they hear their parent talking crazy, you dark B, or whoop, 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 that's why you, whoop, 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 that kid is going to do the same thing. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something this. A lot of people that really don't know, there's a people from Africa don't like us American black people. And this is not saying all. There is a vast majority of people that come from Africa that do not like us Black Americans. People, we go through this every single day. That separation between us and our skin colors are pretty much the same. Only thing different is they kind of wish they were taken away and brought over here on the ship instead of coming over like this. You know what I mean? There's racial separation right there. Just because, but you know, we like, hey man, there's a lot of us that want to go back over there. You know what I mean? Because of how they grew up and felt from all of these words growing up as a kid. There's people in the comments saying I was called nappy head and all of these other things. And there's people, yes, Haitians, I was just going to get into that right now. There's people that are Hispanic that are darker, okay? They get treated different. I hear this all the time from the people in Mexico. Sonora, where they're light people, they get treated different. My wife's family, they're all type of shades. Now, there's people in Port that are Puerto Rican, okay? People that are Puerto Rican, you got people that are Haitian, okay? You got people that are from Trinidad and Tobago. We got people who are Belizean. We have all type of shades all over the place. And let me tell you this, where it gets down to the most, where the separation comes to, and there's people that have been in jail, okay? Go in there as a mixed race, you're Black and Mexican, and go into the jail. Look at the dilemmas you have to deal with when you go in there. You got to pick and choose a side. It breaks down even like that, so deep that, you know, on the street it doesn't matter, but even in there, when you are half, you gotta go ahead and mix things in. Okay, lighter skin used to signify trust. They created a negative narrative from the start. Yes. They created that, and from the jump, it goes in right now. When all right, they know Ava. Okay, the people know Ava. They can look at her and see now you can see her features. Ava has muscles. She's got tricep, and Ava got calves and everything. So you can see by her hair and everything that you know she's what I am. But at the same time, you know, we have a lot over here that are like Puerto Rican or wherever they're from, and their hair is like mine. So they probably thought, Hispanic thing, and was trying to do something negative. If I wouldn't open the door and they saw a brother right there, then they have to put two and two together, like, oh, boom. But that stuff happens. They put it in from the jump. Now, I don't raise my daughter like that now. And people, my family right now, all pretty much my first cousins, my brothers, we're all with someone that's not Black. Okay, we are all with someone that's not Black. And let me tell you, says parents perpetrate these thoughts and their kids growing up, it's almost subconscious. Yes. People, now we grew up, and when we started dating and bringing in, you know, there was no thing like that. Now we have older people that may have wanted to say something, that have thought of something, but they never really did that, because let me tell you this. My mom's family is from Linwood. Okay, my dad's family is from Compton. Back in the day, people, when they were there, Compton and Linwood was white. Linwood, Hollywood, Maywood, all of those places were white. Compton was white, okay? So my parents were the first black people to integrate the Linwood High School. They were the first black people to integrate Linwood High School. My uncles were the first blacks to play on the football team. They were the first ones integrated. So when we moved out from that area and we moved out to Orange County, and that's what we were around, you know, we have to, okay, that's what's around. But we did not discriminate. I'll tell you that we definitely did not discriminate. But all of our kids and who we are with, they are not black. So all of our kids are mixed. When you see our kids in the picture, man, it look all our kids are every single shade of yellow to Jason Kidd, from Jason Kidd to Kim Fields to we have all the mixtures. All the mixtures. You only know our kids are like that. You got to get up close and look at their nose and look at their hair. We got all the mixtures in. But our family wasn't like that when we started dating because they were integrated in. You know what I mean? So we never really felt like that. Plus, we had the privilege of being educated by my aunt Deborah. We had the privilege of being educated and moving to Orange County from the hood when your house gets shot up and cocktailed down and you got to move out. By the way, my niece Neosha is the positive outcome of that whole thing. And you know, when you get a chance to move out to Orange County and you get a chance to be in the city of La Palma, people, the city of La Palma, the city of Cypress, right there, people. La Palma is the richest, smallest city in America. Go ahead and look it up. Very, very nice city there, and it's a mixture city because it sits right on the edge of LA County, okay, and Orange County. They connect right there. But we have the privilege of learning while we're being integrated like that. It wasn't like we were just coming straight home from school and no. What happened today? Tell me this, tell me that. Write a book report about it. Go read this book. So while we were being integrated like that, we were being taught at home. You know what I mean? So we really don't have that issue. But there are times and there's when people they don't have that opportunity to actually have that happen. Okay. Now there are areas. LA County. I'm not gonna specify cities and just put them there. There are areas in LA County where you know it's primarily dark, and let the one light skinned family move in. Everybody go think they bougie. Everybody go think they better than them, and all type of other stuff. People go make up all type of stories, right? But then check this out. Let somebody move in that's really dark. We grew up and there was a family that lived in Paramount and they were super dark. I mean, super dark. Everybody's black, right? But because they're super dark, it was, don't knock on the purple people's house. Oh, let's go egg their house. When you're a little kid, let's go egg their house. Let's go do that. You know what I mean? But when you're growing up in the area where the kids, that's when kids, you go outside and play, you don't come back until the street lights come on. So unless you're not getting taught real things at home, you would turn into like a really, really bad kid. Okay. But we have to learn that stuff like together. We had a lot of friends that are Mexican, Samoan, all types. Oh, and that's, man, people. When you see someone that's Samoan and black, watch how they get treated in public. It's either people are very afraid or they want to be their friend just like that. You know what I mean? Or they get the worst of both. They get the worst treatment of whatever someone thinks of someone from the island, and they get the worst of what they think of someone that's black. You know what I mean? Arturo does it all. Everybody likes tacos. That's what I'm saying, Arturo. I got to get an interview in with you, man. But people, yeah, like this happens nonstop. Now we have a good little mixture of kids. Well, actually, you can see my kids, I can ask the name on my hand, I think. My kids, that daughter don't come outside. Aria, and there's a new one. So there's four light-skinned girls. And all of them all of them have got the nice, slick, slick hair. They come out and doing their stuff when they put on their little dresses and stuff. All the little girls look like that. Now, coincidentally, the little light-skinned girls here, my daughter and those girls hang with my daughter and Anna. My daughter's best friend is Anna, and Anna is a darker-skinned Mexican. Her family are darker-skinned Mexicans. Coincidentally, Anna likes to hang with my daughter. No, I don't know. I don't know if she's getting something from. I don't know. I've never seen if the parents have had that experience or not. But they hang together. Now they play with everyone. It just seems. I'm gonna keep this way real. It just seems that when they come, when all of those kids come, it's the other kids that they say that are being mean. Now my daughter Ayla is high yellow, right? She's high yellow, right? She's got the Tia and Tamara light skin. Tia and Tamara Maury light skin. Now her friend Aria is Queen Latifah. She's Queen Latifah. That's Queen. If you would know, that's Queen Latifah right there. Okay. Now the other one is like what's the girl from T.I.'s girlfriend? What's T.I.'s girlfriend name? Wife. What's T.I.'s wife name from the group? That's that one right there. So if you are black, I just broke down 3 separate shades of light skin right there. Okay. They hang together. They play, but when they come upstairs and when they complain, they're saying the other kids are calling them names. Okay. Now, when I had the issue and I explained with the parent, right? Now I'm hoping that they understood, because I told the kids there in front of everyone, none of you guys are ugly. You guys are all friends. If you guys need water, you guys want to play with toys, just come and ask me. Things like that. Tiny. There it is. Tiny. Grind City Grinders. Tiny. So I said they can all come and play and all of that. So I want to go back over there and just talk to them. Because they really think that Ava's down there bullying. Now, I told her don't come back up. She's got to have some snaps in her, people. She's got to have some snaps. She has to know how to talk back. Now, check this out. Out of all of the views on this, okay, I'm gonna read something that's pretty remarkable right here. Okay, I'm gonna read something that is pretty remarkable. Let me do this. By the way, people, we are at 742 subscribers. Please, people, have people check into this episode. Hit that like button. Share this episode. Get more people in. I'm getting like a subscription almost every 3 minutes. People, this is the road to 1,000 people. My videos are pretty much up there. Please help me out there. I'm doing this. I'm working. I'm not trying to pull subscriptions in from people saying, hey, everyone go ahead and do it. This is hard work right here. Please go ahead and help me out. Okay, now I'll go ahead and read this right here. This video. Okay, here it is. This video right now, people, has 40,700 views, 1.8K likes right now at the moment. Okay, now the 1.8K likes. Okay, there's 1.8K likes, right? 1.8. There's 78 dislikes on this video, right? And I'm gonna go. It has 349 messages. I'm gonna read some of these. Messages here also. But this is what I want to say. There's 1.8K likes. There's 78 dislikes. There are people that have wrote comments in there that said, I am teaching my daughter a bad thing for teaching her how to call names back. I just wanted to say that right there, because there's 1.8K likes and 78 dislikes. There are people in here saying it's time to sign your daughter up for karate school. There are people saying that, good, teach her how to snap back. She can't let no one take over her. For the people that think that it is wrong to teach my daughter how to snap back, when your kid comes back picked on every single day and he actually turns that into something crazy, and he might be the person that to a school or something else like that, it's because you have let him get picked on, and when he finally had enough, he went extreme. You have to teach people not to be pushovers. My daughter will not be a pushover. I don't care who you are. And nobody else's kid should be a pushover. My daughter will have hands. I was a hands trainer. I know how to stick, move, do my thing. I know how to get up there. I know how to move. My daughter will have hands, people. I'm a hands trainer. My daughter will know. And she will also know, like me, when to use it and when not to use it. Someone puts their hands on you, it's demo that time. That will never happen again. Someone speaks to you in a way, demo that. They will never speak to you that way again. Be a lady. Be a lady all day. They want you there, turn up. Then I'm a teacher. You go turn up and use nothing but the high intellectual words, okay? The high intellectual words. She will know what Jermaine is, okay? She will know what Jermaine is, and she will always stand in that Jermaine state, all right? She will always. She will be educated, and she'll cut you, okay? Don't trip. Bear spray, pepper spray. My daughter will not get picked on like that. And your daughter should not be picked on like that either, okay? Either. So, for those people who put those thumbs down, and I respect you, though, because you put the thumbs down and you wrote what you felt. This is hot facts. Speak your mind. I'm never going to say no one do that. When it's your time to shine, it is your time to shine. But there is a time to be denied. You are denied right now simply because if you have that mentality, your kid will be a victim. Okay? And I will tell you how it goes to be a victim. Have you guys seen that show 60 Days In, where regular people try to go to jail for 60 days and they have to last for 60 days? All the people that, were put the thumbs down, your kids were the ones in there getting tapped out in the first 3 hours of them going to their dorms because people were picking on them and violating them all in there when they got in there, and they did not stick up for themselves. You got people who were school teachers and are Marines and people who have done all type of stuff. Muhammad Ali's daughter was on the show and she had to hide her presence in there. You had people that were really scary sticking up for themselves because they know you got to stick up for yourself. And if you teach your kids not to stick up for themselves, it's going to happen more than on the physical level. When they get to go get a job, if they are working and they are treating them wrong in the work environment, it is going to happen because guess what? We got dark kids, light kids, mixed skin people, all in the workplaces that you work. And you think that just because you're at work, that stuff stops? No, it does not. No, it does not. If you work in a warehouse, go to lunch and look and see where all the dark girls sit and look and see where all the light-skinned girls sit. Look at the little groups that are set up out there. That's why you want to diversify yourself. You can't have this stuff going on. It says my kids were taught to throw hands. Your kids have to be taught to throw hands. If your kid can't throw hands, that is so terrible. We all see the next Karate Kid. Why was the next Karate Kid a girl? Why was the next Karate Kid a girl? Okay, girl that got picked on and all this other stuff. Why do you think they put that there? Okay, now there's a lot of us. Okay, I have friends that are charcoal dark. T, no disrespect. Trocon Freeman. Okay, Trocon Freeman could have been a model back then. When the dark skinned people were taking off, look, they could have taken T. They could have taken Trocon Freeman. Let me tell you this. T is so dark, right? So dark. But, like, he knew he was getting dark jokes. We had dark jokes for T, but we're basketball teammates and all that. We just shooting the shot. We all shoot on each other. T was getting constant dark jokes. When I mean dark jokes, any dark joke you can think of, they were giving it to him, repeating them, but T always smile, laugh, and give you one back. Give you one back, okay? He'll give you one back. But T, his personality and how he is as a person and how he is like with everything, he doesn't raise no one like that. He doesn't raise no one like that. He's all about the equality. He's all about teaching the people. And people, I don't know about you guys, but I grew up Kojic. Okay, Church of God in Christ, Pentecostal. Okay, I grew up Kojic. Okay, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. There's a lot of people these days. I'm looking on YouTube. I'm looking on all these other platforms. There are videos where it's little kids rolling the blunts. I'm watching the I'm watching the thing with the rapper Blueface. It was an old video. He's smoking the blunt. The kid right there. It's videos where the kids is throwing up the sets, It's videos where kids throwing up the sets. The kids is throwing up the sets, and they're like 5, 6 years old, and they are coming from where they just had the meeting at. Okay, there's households where there is no order and no structure. You ever seen one of them households where the kids just tell the parents, "Shut the hell up," like all that stuff? There's households where it's ran like that, to where there is no order. And then when a certain issue comes up, they don't know how to handle it. They do not know how to handle it. And that's a major issue right there. There's no respect in a lot of these households. Kids, people, even if you guys are doing this now in your household and you say, we speak freely in my house. Yes, there's a way to speak freely. But if you get mad at your parents, you get mad at people, don't say, F you, B, and all that stuff to your parents. You don't do stuff like that. You don't, there's households where that happens, and then the kids can say anything. And if someone has an issue with someone that's in that household and they hear how that person acts and reacts to someone else that's outside the household, they are instinctively, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Now there's people here that are, I call them like the Jason kids. Okay. They get treated so bad. They're accepted or they are not accepted. That is just it. Once someone figures out they're a brother, oh, watch how everything changes. But it's like that Queen thing. Once everyone knows, or when they don't know, it's all the way good. All the way good. Now, what's crazy is when you get a white kid that's raised by a black parent. Okay. Now, what I'm going to show you guys right now, okay? What I'm going to show you guys is, and I'm going to show you this because this dude was adopted when he was like 9 months old, okay? And he grew up on 74th and Fig on Figueroa in LA. His name is Milk. He was adopted by a black family, and the family their house is the gang house. So the white kid grew up in the hood as the white kid growing up in the hood, right? He said he didn't even know that he was white until he went to another school. He thought he was black, okay? He has a black girl, okay? Their kid is light-skinned. Now, I know he's going to have some difficulties, right? He's going to have extra difficulties because of this right here. And I'm going to show you this. And he's going to get it to where it's going to be hard not to try to have a certain way you speak about people. And I'm using this as a prime example of how a kid will directly be influenced and think a certain way, okay? This channel is here for educational purposes, tools, and skills, people. This is an educational purpose video that I am going to put up, okay? And, okay. I want to put up one. I just want you guys to, okay, this one right here. And I want you guys to listen to how he talks. Okay, I want you guys to listen to how he talks, right? Now, there's going to be a white kid that grew up in the hood, adopted at 9 months old by a notorious gang that spread out all around the United States. Okay, his girl is black, but he's a white dude that grew up in the hood. And he has a kid that's mixed now. Now, his perspective on this whole thing is going to be completely different, okay? Completely different. But I want you to see how he speaks. Now, I want you to see this because before he even speaks, the other white people are gonna pretty much consider him trailer trash, or they're gonna call him a wigger. Those are the two things. He will not be considered as a regular white dude because of this. And this is why I'm showing this here, okay? This is why. I'm going to share this. I'm going to push mute.
No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world, and I'm here with AD today, and we are speaking to the man Milk 74. How you living, G?
I'm good. I'm groovy.
Nice to have you here, man.
I like that.
We've been observing the YouTube for a while, and I feel like it's our duty to check out the next generation of LA street YouTubers. Really, you kind of like represent that, because for a long time it was like you didn't really see people who are from neighborhoods and stuff really figuring out the YouTube hustle, and I feel like you're somebody who's definitely making an impression on Los Angeles right now.
I guess.
How'd you get into this shit? Give us a little bit of a story about. Now, actually, before we talk YouTube, talk to us about where you're coming from and what your upbringing was like and stuff. You spoke to AD, and I heard you have a crazy story, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I was adopted at 7 days old, like
Okay.
fresh out the hospital.
Really?
Yeah. To a black lady, single parent,
Right.
from LA.
Okay.
Mother mother bought a house on 79th and Figueroa. So basically went from the hospital to 79th and Figueroa. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I grew up in the ghetto my whole life. Everywhere I lived at, it was a black area.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And so do you know anything about your biological parents?
Like maybe 2 years ago, I had a Facebook message.
Really?
You know, a request. Like, it's a request. Somebody said they was my sisters. Went and dug a little bit, and they were.
Really? And so did you find out anything about exactly what your parents were going through?
Yeah, I think my mother was a drug addict, heroin addict, or whatever you want to call it. So, but she already had 3 kids prior to me. And I guess they snatched me
Really?
from the hospital.
Wow. And so, okay, so what was your upbringing like? Were you just basically around street shit your whole life? Like,
Yeah.
talk a little bit about
I
that.
I didn't have a father. It was just her who raised me. She tried the best. We was in Baldwin Park till I was probably like 5. It's kind of like a good street where we lived at, kind of fake rich, uppity. But after that, it was the ghetto for sure. Yeah. But every weekend I would go to my grandmother's house on 79th and be in the ghetto. Then from I say like 6 years old, she was forced to move back to the ghetto because the rent was too much. She by herself. So we moved on 53rd and Dinker. And I was like 10 and a half or 11.
Well, it's a crazy area.
It's a bad area.
Yeah, and that's where I jumped off the porch at.
So describe what jumping off the porch was to you at that time in your life.
It was just everything in the streets. That street, I learned how to bag up a quarter pound of stress. First time I robbed a person was over there.
Really?
Yeah, 12 years old.
Let's hear that story. I want to hear about the 12-year-old.
Allegedly.
That shit, I don't give a fuck about them. They can't do nothing to me. That's all my sisters dated. Well, my adopted family, that's all they dated was gang members. My cousins was in jail doing 12 years, 13 years. And like I told you, the house that my mother bought, she bought the house in the heart of the Hoovers. Before, she bought it in like 1965. So when they was growing up over there, my sisters and them was already brought up with all the first generations Hoovers. So I really never had a problem as far as like them, pretty much.
So did you always want to get down though?
Yeah, I always wanted to. I always wanted to like gangbang for some reason. Right. It was just very like, that's all I wanted to do. I didn't give a fuck about nothing else. Nothing.
Damn, that's
and
crazy.
I have my mother, she, I wasn't poor, but I wasn't rich. But shit, I just wanted to go to the streets.
Right. Damn. So you started just running around with them or what?
Yeah, like, okay, so elementary, by the time we moved over there, I was done with elementary. So I had to go to John Muir. So I catch the dash to John Muir. So that's why.
Interesting.
But I mean, I always had to deal with issues. I always was the one, if somebody wanted to pick on somebody, they'd try to pick on me. But I wasn't going for none of that.
Did you have to like overreact to basically make it so that you didn't feel like you could be victimized? Or?
Yeah, when I got older, like 14 or 15, yeah.
Interesting. So, okay, what kind of shit you get into? Because I know you ended up doing some time, right?
Now, I brought that up right there. You hear how he talks. He gave you, now for those of you who do not know, every place he named or where he lived in LA, that is the major hood. There is nothing else. Now, they were going to get into his jail story about how the white guys jumped him real bad, you know, because of where he grew up from. He chose the black people. He had to go through all of that. So now his kids, let me tell you this, people, him being a target like that, he's targeted by his own race. His kids are mixed. He can't even live in certain areas because of the bullying that his kids are going to get even worse. Okay? His kids are going to get. Now, you saw he grew up in the hood. All he wanted to do was gangbang, and that's all he want. He don't even know what it. He just that's all he wanted to do. But he has a kid, people. His mentality and his thoughts. He has a child with someone that grew up in the hood also, who's from his gang, okay? And they are raising a mixed kid. Now, all the stuff that he got picked on with, now him being a gang member, who knows how he's going to teach the kid. Now, a lot of gang members look back and say, I'm not going to have my kids do that stuff. Hopefully that is what's going on. But he's going to have a mixed kid that will have all type of things taught to that kid. First of all, there's not going to be any language check, any of that. The kid just go be whoop, 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 and then boom. So, you know, some structure needs to be in there because that could be a kid that's going to be growing up bullying other kids just because of the mentality. But I actually want to do an interview with him. I spoke to him on his live. He said he doesn't think he's big enough for an interview. But that story right there, all I want to do is talk about growing up like that, being white like that, people, because how he has to think, you know what I mean? He's getting it from the white kid growing up in the black area. He has to do like the reverse teaching of that somehow to his child. But, you know, the lifestyle that he lives, the lifestyle that his girl lives, I don't think that's going to happen going into the kid. So you could have this same situation keep going on. And that's why I say, can it be changed? Now, everyone that put up there, you know, what are the teachers doing? I think that's a very great, valid point right there. I think that the teachers should, you know, some of these teachers are still old school teachers, and they were taught up by an old school teacher. Some of these teachers, you know what I mean, need to, hey, you know what? We do hope you get paid more, but hey, you got to follow what you saw growing up. Be a person that's going to be there for the kids. And, you know, when it's Mexican American Month, Black History Month, when it's Pride or whatever else it is, be a teacher that can explain these things to the people out there, the kids out there, so they can always come and ask you a question. You know what I mean? They can always ask you a question so that they can learn. You want to do that because you just can't think it's happening in everyone's home. And some people say, well, that's not my job as a teacher to do that. Well, I want to correct you a little bit. It's like if you're a doctor, okay? If someone comes inside there and you are able to perform, you got to perform. It's the exact same thing. You got to be able to perform. When there is a child in front of you and there comes a responsibility, your responsibility just is not like, okay, I'm responsible until they're in class and when that bell rings for recess. Now on recess, it's the chaperone's fault, whoever else. I'm not on duty to watch. It's not my, man, you better do something else. You better do something else, please. I want my daughter, I want her to be cool when she's at school. I'm going to tell you this. There was a teacher, I'm not going to give his name because he works there still, but we had a little issue when I first dropped my daughter off and my daughter didn't know his name right. And she said the name and he was like, I'm not him, but he said it sarcastic to her and I'm her dad sitting there. I said, oh, I said, hey, I said, that's my daughter. I said, she doesn't understand that sarcasm that I just got from you. She doesn't understand. I said, she doesn't know your name. She thought you were someone else. I said, you could have handled this a whole lot differently. I said, all you could have said was, hi, honey, or whatever else it is. I'm Mr. So-and-so. That's all he had to say. You know, but he was sarcastic, you know what I mean? But that's the new age of teaching. You know what I mean? Teaching. I don't know what he was doing with going to school, but, you know, he brought it to where he did not want to be bothered by the kids. That's what I'm saying. When you're a teacher, once you're getting in front of that school, you are Disneyland. You are Disneyland, you are Chick-fil-A, and when your classroom door comes, you are the parent that's not with the kids. Sit down, be quiet, pay attention. Disneyland, Chick-fil-A, parent. That's what you are when you are a teacher. That's what you are. That's just what I think personally. I think that needs to be put back into the school. I think that would help out this situation here with this racial separation. My daughter's teachers are all mixed. They're mixed from different places, and their skin is light. You know what I mean? And I think if you are light skinned, I think you really should. I think you really should be doing more teachings in the classroom, for all the students to understand. Do more multicultural things. I know when I was in high school, there was a class that I got in. It was called Multicultural Issues. My freshman year, we were actually filmed on cable in the classroom when they used to do that. That class was so popular. Miss Jensen, that class was so popular that, there was no social media then. It got word by PBS, KCET, places like that. It got word of, and cable in the classroom would come to Miss Jensen's class. My brother was in that class before me when he graduated. When I came in my freshman year, I took that as my elective. That class taught all multicultural issues, diversity. You have to do groups. They challenged you on all type of different issues, all type, racial, everything. You have to work with different people. That was a great class. Miss Jensen really put her heart and her effort into doing that. Cable in the classroom didn't contact the school for her. They contacted her because she was doing a multicultural class to teach all the students. And Miss Jensen was married to a brother. So Miss Jensen was married to a brother, okay? And she would tell you about him in the classroom. She would tell you too many stories that we did not want to hear, but that was Miss Jensen for you. Miss Jensen told you the stories. She was married to a brother, and she had a class called Multicultural Issues, okay? Multicultural Issues. And she said, when I go to teach, I want to teach this. And that's what she taught. And it was a great class. Now, when she left, that class no longer existed. That class was gone. Okay? That class was gone. Now, I'm going to tell you what my family did as part of helping out my school. Okay? When I was, it don't matter, elementary, junior high, high school. Let me tell you, in high school, we didn't have a black student program at our school. So my family there went and they brought in the Black Student Union to our school. And then we did, when Black History Month, we did plays, and we had kids from other classes. And I was Langston Hughes and, Spring Garner Award winner. And then they had you play different type of black people who were mixed and all type of stuff. And then we were doing the plays at our school, in between classes. We didn't even have a regular assembly for it. We got it set up so that we borrowed Mr. Shamp, my English teacher. History teacher, Mr. Shamp. We borrowed his classroom because it had a curtain that separated it, and we were actually able to do the thing. And while the kids were in class, a class will come out and sit in and watch it. And we were doing that all day because we did not have the funding and the money to have it as an actual real assembly inside the auditorium at our school. But my family put that in. Now, let me tell you where the separation came, okay? Let me tell you where the separation came. If you were in the Black Student Union, a lot of the white kids there thought that we were trying to be militant and all that stuff. And if you were a light-skinned kid and you lived in that area and you were mixed, some of them didn't join the Black Student Union, okay? Because they felt that they didn't believe, or they were hearing that, don't go and join that, okay? Okay? But we got that put in place at the school so people can learn. When it came time for Heritage Week, when each day is a different heritage and you got parents and families that come and donate food and stuff, my family's bringing in all the soul food and all that stuff, and we got the things set up there, and they're teaching people and educating people. That's the type of environment I came from. Hey, I came from one like that. And let me tell you, people are like, man, you don't sound like you grew up like the other black people. Well, first of all, I told you, my daddy from Compton, my mama from Linwood. I'm from Paramount, Linwood. I'm born in Linwood, St. Francis Hospital. Okay, I went to Abbott Elementary. Okay, now watch this. Okay, now Now, once we bounced out to Orange County and we go back to the hood, we go back to the hood every week. We in the hood every week. Okay, we in the hood every week. We go back to the hood. Oh, y'all think y'all too good now. We get that. Okay. I went to Abbott Elementary School. Okay, well, first of all, let's start it off. Paramount, 1500 block, Gundry. Okay, Mark Keppel Elementary School. I got kicked out of preschool for not taking naps with my cousin. Okay, Mark Keppel Elementary School, Paramount. Now, this is a tri-state area. Okay, from there, I go from Mark Keppel to Abbott in Linwood. I got treated bad by Mr. Hoffman. He was a prejudiced teacher working in the school. They found out he was prejudiced by his actions that he did to me, and he didn't know that Mr. Bird, the principal, who ended up being the mayor, that's my dad's boss, and my dad's the teacher at Mark Twain, the PE teacher at Mark Twain Elementary School. So he had a rude awakening there. So I went from Mark Keppel to Abbott. From Abbott, okay, I went to Roosevelt and Compton. Okay, I went to Roosevelt and Compton. From that school, from Roosevelt and Compton, I was about to go to Whaley. I did not go to Whaley. That would have been real bad. From there, I had to go to Orange County, to Luther. That's 4 elementary schools, people. You only get 5 years, 5-6 years of elementary school. You know what I'm saying? Bouncing around like that. I grew up like everybody else. House shot up, cocktail, 1500 block right there, people. I'm not going to go into all of that, okay? I'm just letting you know what education can do when you get the opportunity, okay? Same story as I've done, pretty much same story as everybody else, okay? Same story of everybody else that grew up there. The same story as everybody else who grew up there, who moved out, that when you go back, you get treated differently. That's why I love my Long Beach. I love my Long Beach, people. Love my Long Beach, okay? So when we decided to move back, we still moved back north side. Me and my brother, we moved back to the north side off Banner, Orange and San Antonio. We moved back to the north side because right there is real multicultural right there. You can drive 5-6 minutes up the road. You in La Palma, you in Cerritos, you in Buena Park. You are right there, close, right there, to where it's a lot of mixed people and people that understand who we are. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we bounce back to Long Beach. You know what I mean? It's certain spots where you go get that. You go get that. And then if you know how to speak, people, if you know how to speak, it don't matter where you are. Someone gonna say you whitewashed. You think you better than me. That happens. That happens. And no one's doing that. That's just a little bit of education. Dark on dark, black on black, light on light, white on white. Okay? White on white. And white on white goes even crazier when you got the sharps against the regular skinheads, people. It goes even crazier like that. You got the white on white. Okay? Got the white on white. But this stuff needs to really stop, because bullying, people, you're like, the kids are picking this stuff up. They don't even know that they're bullying. They're just saying stuff. I saw a video on YouTube where the little boy was like 2 years old, like almost 3 or something. He told his mom, he said, shut the F up, B. And like they start laughing and thought it was funny. And I was like, ooh, if that kid would have grew up in my family, he wouldn't have no more lips. I don't care if you're 2 or 3 years old. He wouldn't have no more lips. Wouldn't have no more lips. Okay? We got people like that raising these kids. People like that raising these kids. I'm going to read a couple of these comments right now. I'm going to read them from right here, actually. I'm going to read some of these comments right now, people. These comments are ridiculous. 750 subs, people. 750 subs, people. Let's hit that. Let's hit that 1,000. Hit that like button, people. Share this thing right there. Let's get the 1,000. If we get the 1,000 people, if we get the 1,000 subs, people, in this month here or next month, people, that will be since January 25th, people. That will be 6 months, people. 6.5 months, and then hit 1,000. Hit 1,000, okay, people? I have a video up right now. I've been checking all the people who are monetized in the gig economy. I have a video right now that my highest video is now, I can now talk the talk. My video outranks a lot of those videos and comes number 2 to some of the people that have like 200,000. So I got a video up there, and I got another one. And I got another one that's doing it right there with it. So good channel, good information, good stats. I can talk the talk. I can talk the talk. But now we're going to read these comments right now. The people who I said yesterday I was going to try to catch, I caught them. I caught them this morning. So we're moving good. But we're going to look at these things, and I'm going to share these onto the screen, okay? Let me go ahead and share this screen for you guys. Look at what TFT got to say. I grew up as the only family in a Hispanic and in that neighborhood. On top of that, I was a fat. Ooh, TFT, you was a fat kid too, but he never backed down. Will still never back down. I'm telling you, people. I care not what color you are. Only things that matter to me and the way I was raised is personality and actions. Amen, TFT. Yeah, Kevin. 750 people. People, I'm 250 subs away from 1,000 people. Share this thing. Let's help me get to 1,000. I know I've jumped in a lot of live chats and people are doing their videos. And when someone has been where I am, all of them say, hey, let's help this person get to 1,000. So I'm going to ask all you guys, let's help me get to 1,000. Let's help me get to 1,000. And I'll see if those channels will go ahead and continue that. But let's help me get the 1,000, please. Let's help me get the 1,000. Wow. Please, let's help me. And if I get the 1,000 right now, I don't think a lot of you guys have seen it done this fast. The 150 that I lost knocked me back on my original pace, but this put me back on my pace and right where I said I was going to be. Help me get to 1,000 subscriptions, people. Pass this on. Now I'm going to read you some of these messages that people have put in. Okay, so these are new right here. These are new ones right here. So, and actually, let me switch this for you guys. Let me put it full right here. All right. So these are some comments that came in from people. So people, by the way, the link is there. If you want to make a comment, you can make the comment. I'll bring you on and you can actually say it here. Say it right here. This is Hot Facts. This is Hot Facts. And people, by the way, this video had nothing to do with gig economy or rideshare. I'm going to be on Linwick, Linnwick. People, I'm going to be on their live tomorrow at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. They spoke to me on the phone, so they're going to talk to me, interview me over there on their channel. It's a channel, people, that if you guys are into this type of stuff, if you guys are into the Bible and you guys know about the revelations and what's going on right now, they speak about that. They speak about it in the way to where how it's going into the government and all the money and things coming back to how they're paying people back. They're tying it in biblically and doing things there. So it's a channel like that. It's all positive, all good things. They talk about everything. Someone just talks and then it goes. But they go through with the Bible. They believe what's going on now. They talk about everything that goes on. But they talk about if you are an older person, SSI and everything, all the updates that are going on. They talk about all that stuff. They're interviewing me tomorrow. I will be on there. They have almost 2,000 subscriptions, but they have faithfully in their lives. There's about 400 people faithfully in their lives with under 2,000 subs. So that means that they have a very, very strong community, and they got hold of me. So I'm going to be heading over there. Linwick, Linnwick. Okay, WICK. So this one says, I experienced girls wanting to fight me because I had lighter skin. We are all beautiful. I never understood it. That came from TLM. Okay. Rainy night. My daughter got picked on in first grade. She came home crying because another black girl called her a long-haired little lip girl. I tried to explain to her that those weren't bad things, but she couldn't understand. Shame. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Long-haired. Long-haired. Okay. Long-haired. Okay. Long-haired. I'm going to read another one here. And I hope, he said, and I hope he told her her skin is the most beautiful thing on the planet. And don't you forget it. Okay? She is beautiful. She is beautiful. She is so beautiful. Anyone who tells her ugly are just jealous. And I think she's right about her skin color. Choices. It says, that's not the one. Okay. She pretty. Okay, no. Here's one. Okay. This one says, I was not accepted because I was light-skinned, but soon realized I was beautiful too. We are God's masterpieces, okay? And when we hate someone, we are spitting on his masterpiece. Satan has people trapped like birds in a cage. He places a stick and he places a stick and pokes and jabs at us so we cannot see the way out. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. My words are the spirit and they are life. Okay. This one says, been there. Good job, Dad. Okay. So wait, why would we Africans attack each other? We better check this. Goodness, you are not more black because you have light skin. I bet they don't know their history and where they come from. They would know that we are not all super dark. Ethiopia, Sparta, of Nigeria. He's going to Ghana, Liberia. This is coming from, okay, messy mama life. Okay, got you there. Maria Sanchez says, thank you for your honesty. Your daughter will be able to understand the suffering of many people that bully and are bullied. She can reach to Jesus for strength, who had the accusation for his crucifixion placed on his cross in many languages, King of the Jews. The Jewish people are a people of all color, and God sent his son to forgive us all our sins against each other and against God. He said, love your enemies, do good. Those who spitefully use you, they don't know that God is offering his kingdom of heaven. So he sends us into a hostile world. Matthew 24. We know who we belong to, and there is room for whoever is willing. Okay, it says, heart is open, and whoever endures to the end shall be saved. Okay, it says, this came from Carol P. This has been happening for years. Children who show the behavior of name calling, especially about skin color, clothes, hair, etc., lack self-love and worth. This is due to their upbringing, the environment, and so there's jealousy. You handled it well. Okay, people. Look, we got comments coming. Look, there's so many comments here. Blame society for that crap. Mainstream media has always perpetrated colorism, where the whiter you are, the better. We have to deprogram these kids of this false notion. People, I'm telling you, when this video went up, I know what I felt, but there's a lot of people out there who, man, it's touching a lot of people. There's people in the UK. I wonder how they're feeling about that. Hopefully one of them chimes in. Skin tone is still a thing. It was cool to be light skinned back in the day. Not the darker the skin, the better. Who gives a S? There's a lot of people that just see. Colorism is real. It can be as hurtful and divisive as racism. Let your daughter know it's the inside that matters, not the outside. I experienced girls wanting to fight me because I had lighter skin. We all beautiful. I never understood it. Just did that. Okay, let me see. There's some of these that you have to click on because they have so many replies on them. I gotta go through a lot of these. She's beautiful. Ask Aunt Debbie Asmir. Okay. They pick on her because she's pretty. We need to homeschool these kids because these kids at school are ridiculous and these kids end up committing suicide. Teach her that there are different skin shades of dark complexion people. Okay. When they call her ugly, they mean that she is pretty. Okay. I believe it. Colorism is real. People, they go on nonstop. She's beautiful. That's the first thing I thought when I saw her, people. That's what this lady said. King Ray, wow, that's sad. People, we got to fix this stuff. We got to fix this stuff. I hope everyone realizes that, people. I hope everyone realizes that. What I am going to do right now, people, I'm going to share this with you guys. I'm going to share this with you guys really quick. $751. Good looking, people. If you can help me hit that 1,000, people, help me hit the 1,000. Now, if you are a content creator, you are brand new, utilize your shorts. I have probably about 300 shorts. Utilize your shorts. They do help. Okay. We're going to go to analytics right here. $67,500 views in the last 28 days. Okay, we're going to go to right. Okay. Let's look at this one first. DoorDash, this is your problem. 18.9 thousand views right now. Okay, people, 6,329 views the past 48 hours. 116 views the last hour. It's still getting over 116. It starts off. It'll probably end up at about like 150. That's normally what it does. So it gets that per hour. This video right here is going to hit 2K. It's going to hit 2K by the end of today. Or 20K. It's going to hit 20K by the end of today. This video, DoorDash, this is your problem. This is that video there. DoorDash, this is your problem. 20,000 views on DoorDash, this is your problem. So it'll hit there by the end. Now I'm going to show you guys this one right here is really doing some magnificent work. This one is really doing some magnificent work. 43.5K views, okay? Since published, it was published June 4th. This video was published June 4th. It has 43.5 thousand views, 643 hours of watch time. It has 160 subscribers by itself, okay? 160 subscribers by itself on this one, okay? This one has 35,750 views the last 48 hours. It right now has 3,743 views a minute. A minute every hour. 3,743 views every hour is what this one is picking up. So I don't know when this one's gonna fall off. It's at 43,500 right now. Okay. So this video right now, 160 subs right here, and I will show you this one again right here. I will show you this one. Let's see how many subs this one has right here. 41 subscribers. Okay, so 160 from the other one, 41 here. That's 200 subscribers from these videos right here, people. 200 subscribers on these videos right here, and people, I got my lane in, people. I got my lane in, and people accept my lane. They accept my footage. And as you see here, shorts feed. 98% of this is shorts feed. YouTube search right there, people. The shorts, they go in. Now, this video right here has 20,000 views, right? It's going to have 20,000 views. This video is in my video that only, all right, the video itself only has like 48 views. But this short that's inside the video has 20,000 views. That's why as a content creator, you need to utilize your shorts. Highlight the strong points in your videos, okay? Highlight the strong points in your videos. I just wanted to share that really quick, people. I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you guys for subscribing. If you guys can please help me get to 1,000. We are heading there, people. Help me get to 1,000. There's other content creators that when someone's close, they throw out stuff and they say, help this person get there. Well, everybody help me get to 1,000. Thank you. Stop the hate. Congratulate. Stop the hate. Congratulate. Colorism is real, people. Colorism is real. Okay? Colorism is real. Do your thing. Teach your kids right. You guys can donate at CashApp HotFacts. Donate at GoFundMe. HotFacts with Robert Reese. CashApp HotFacts. HotFacts with Robert Reese on GoFundMe there, people. This has been Robert Reese. Thank you for watching. Let's help me get to 1,000. I'm out like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2.